What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where I'm going to show you how to never run out of high quality munitions, meaning that you have to farm less canisters. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. So first of all, we'll do a very quick recap on how all of this works. You can see where it says T in the middle of the screen, I've got my global modifier, and then to the right of that at the top we've got a picture of a bullet, which I've got 396. That is my high quality munitions. And then underneath that, I've got my sample canisters. If you're wondering how you get munitions, you basically come into the base of operations, and the seasonal vendor here now lets you trade canisters that you can get from killing things in the DZ, or if you're opening chests in the DZ, you'll get these canisters here which have large, they have a regular one, and they have a small one in, all basically containing canisters that you can trade in here to basically level up your seasonal modifier. And so that the more you trade in, the better quality the seasonal modifier becomes. You can see here magazine size, damage to armor, and rate of fire, which is all great. But for these to work, you have to actually have some munitions. You have to have traded in either 90, 30 or 5 canisters to get some munitions. And then you can see when I was in the range just down here that if I fired my shotgun here, every time you reload you will use one of the munitions to enable you to keep the buff here that you've got. But that's not quite it. It actually goes one step further as well. When you activate your global modifier, you get everything in the regular description, but if you've got sample canisters on you, you could also get the surge effect, which you get here, which basically improves upon the global modifier. But we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about, well, what if I don't really want to bother too much with activating my global modifier, and I'm not too fussed about the surge effect, so I don't really want to go and farm too many canisters. I've maxed out on the DZ. I basically want to constantly, for the rest of the season, just get these effects here and not have to worry about it. Well, there's a couple of ways you can actually do that. The first one is last season's brand new gun, the Whiplash, and what you can see here is if I shoot off to there, I can switch the Whiplash, switch back, and you can see my gun's reloaded, and I've still got 395 munitions. It never changed. Other things that do this as well without you having to worry are ongoing directive. Let's just go to this one. Here's a complete build. So if you use ongoing directive, because of the nature of it replenishing your bullets on kill, when you've got obviously a status effect on said enemy, it replenishes your ammo, and again it does not use the high quality munitions. And you kind of get where I'm going here when we're talking about this, because if I go onto a normal gun, for instance, we'll go on to this. Nope, we won't go into this. We'll go into our library and let's go into assault rifles. We'll go into talents, and if I remember here, it is steady handed. You can see here will also work at 100 stacks. It consumes them and refills the magazine, and it again doesn't use one of your munitions. You've got other things available to you as well. You can just run around and use the Bullet King, and again you will not lose any of the munitions. And I honestly thought that they would kind of fix this mechanic, because it's enabling you never really having to go into the PvE DZ until you really need some canisters, because you want to be super powerful essentially, so that you can go and do a little bit of content. But actually, yeah, you don't have to worry too much about it at all if you're happy with just these buffs, and you're not necessarily too fussed about getting the extra surge buffs that are attached to the active modifiers. Obviously you'll still get the main buff anyway if you do decide to use the modifier. But yeah, really easy. Thought it would be a handy tip. Let me know if that is helpful down below in the comments. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.